What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Sam's, and this is That Comic Talk. Alright, next month, Joker is coming out on the big screen, and everybody's buzzing about this movie. It's winning awards at film festivals. People saying it's the greatest movie ever made. People saying it's the greatest comic book movie ever made. Saying that it's about to be on the Oscars. A lot of stuff is going around about this movie, and I kind of understand. DC really don't have anything right now to really stake their foot on. So, you know, if you're able to get Todd Phillips to direct and Joaquin Phoenix to play the Joker, I mean, why not? I mean, you can't go wrong with this movie. This movie is going to be a really great movie. Now, how much of it is going to be an actual DC movie? That's the real question. So let's talk about it real quick. I'm going to mention 3 things that I would love to see in this movie and 3 things that we're not going to see in this movie. Wait a minute, is that the same thing?
You don't listen, do you?
Number 1, we're going to see an origin story of a Joker that's not part of the comics, which is okay. Why not? Joker has about 3 different origins from what I remember from the comic book, so there's no definitive origin story for Joker. So we're going to get a whole different version of Joker, and maybe at one point they may adapt it to the comic books to make it canon in a way, but that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a brand new origin for the Joker, which I'm down for.
You don't listen, do you?
Number 2. We're probably going to see a lot of name drops from the Batman series. Now, are we going to see these characters in the movie? Maybe not. Are we going to see the characters play the roles? Who knows? Will we see a Penguin? Will we see a Riddler? Will we see Commissioner Gordon? I don't know. I have no idea. They really have been quiet about the details in this movie. They said that this movie has nothing to do with any of the comic books, and it's gonna be like The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight just literally had names of people that were in the comic books, but everything else was totally different. So that's what we might see. We might see the name drops, but we may not see the characters.
You don't listen, do you?
Alright, the big number 3. Are we gonna see Bruce Wayne or some type of relevant Batman origin or reference in this movie? That's a great question. Who knows? But there's a good chance that we might see that. We might see something like that in this movie, because I can't imagine having a DC character like Joker and not include any of the big names that made Joker Joker. I mean, it kind of sucks, because one of the origin stories of Joker is that he's facing off against Batman while he's the Red Hood, and he gets thrown into the liquid, and he gets out of there, and he becomes the Joker, and he has this resentment towards Batman.
God, please, no! Stay away! It's a setup! Wait! I'm not a crook, I swear!
I don't know if they're going to tell you that story, but I doubt they're going to tell that story.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Alright, the 3 obvious things that we may not see in this movie whatsoever. I just stated, Batman. We're not going to see Batman in this movie, so please give your hopes up. We're not going to see Batman in this movie. Number 2, are we going to see any of the Justice League? Are we going to see Wonder Woman? Are we going to see Aquaman? Are we going to see any of those characters? No, we're not going to see any of those characters, so please get that out of your mind. We're not seeing any of those characters. And number 3, is this movie going to continue in the DC universe? No, probably not. This might be Joaquin Phoenix last movie. This might be Todd Phillips last movie. They've been stating it, so we might never see these characters again. This might just be a one-off in the Mentos of DC. And what other way to describe DC but just one-off things? The DC universe, a one-off. The Dark Knight, a one-off. Henry Cavill as Superman, a one-off. And I'm not trying to throw shade or anything like that. I really think this movie is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm not going to see this movie as a comic book movie. Let's be very clear. I'm not going to see this movie as a comic book movie. It's not a comic book movie. It is a great movie. It will be a great movie with comic book themes. There's a big difference between comic book movies and a comic book movie that's not actually a comic book movie. It's a movie with comic book themes. I mean, that's what it is. Let's keep it real. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, those are comic book movies. They have comic book themes. They have the characters, the names, and everything like that. The origin stories at some point. They may switch it up just to fit the narrative of the universe, which is okay. But when it comes to this particular movie, we're getting all new characters. We may get characters that are not even in the comic books. But that's what we're going to get. That's what we're going to receive. So, I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. Those are the three things that I would love to see. Some of the three things that I just won't see. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go see this movie. I'm going to go check this movie out. Yeah. Hopefully you guys go and see this movie too. Let me know what you think. What do you think you're going to see in this Joker movie? Are you going to see some things that you was hoping to see in a Batman movie but never got a chance to see it? Or are we going to just see a movie about a guy that wants to dress up as Joker? Maybe at the end of the movie, the actual Joker is inspired by this Joker. Now that would be a hell of a twist. Once again, this is your boy Sam's. This is that Comic Talk. Zam's out.